All right, we got you a great video coming from Rock House Gun and Pawn. Y'all stay tuned. Like I said in the pre-intro, we are at Rock House Gun and Pawn. That's at 5430 Highway 19 North in Meridian, Mississippi 39307. And the phone number is 601-485-5895. They are a fully licensed FFL following all federal, state, and local laws. I'm not selling any firearms in this video. I just wanted to show you a little bit of what they have. I do not work for them. I just wanted to clear that up. I don't work for I'm not employed or work for Rock House Gun and Pawn in any way. Let's see, what else I want to say. Thank you to all the previous viewers and subscribers for coming back. All new viewers, remember, hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Hit that bell for notifications because you don't want to miss anything that happens here on R4 Mississippi Thunder. So, let's get into the video. All right, we have got you one today, and this is a super awesome. I know I usually say awesome, but this is a super awesome firearm, and I usually don't get that excited about a new firearm, but I really wish I could get this in my hands out on the range. Anyhow, we're here for a tabletop review today of the Keltec Sub2000. You say, the Keltec Sub2000, that thing's been out since the early 2000s. Well, yeah, the Gen 1 was, and then they had the Gen 2. And the Gen 2, this could be a Gen 2, but it's not. This is a Gen 3. This is a brand new Sub2000 that has been released, and they are just now shipping out to stores. Well, they've been shipping out for a couple of weeks, and they have one here at the Rock House. So, let me tell you a little bit what Keltec states about this. On their website, they say you're looking at the third generation of semi-automatic carbine that folds in half, optics and all. And then it says initially in 9mm, okay? Now it says the Sub2000 Gen 3 picks up where the handguns leaves off, folds, tucks away nicely in situations where space is limited, but it is quick to deploy in situations where time is of the essence. Okay, let's go back to that initially in 9mm. I watched a video of a Keltec representative at the Keltec main office there, and it says that there will be more calibers. So there will be more calibers. He couldn't say what calibers, but there will be more calibers available. And now this has the, different from the Gen 2 and Gen 1. This is a big complaint everybody has had, is the folding. Now this folds, you know, as you know, or if you've ever seen any of the Sub2000s, the Gen 1 and 2, they fold over with the top rail laying against here. And you couldn't have an optic on here, but you can have an optic on here. You can rotate this either way, so your optic can be on that side or on this side, and you can close it up like that. So that leaves the Picatinny rail here on top, full-length Picatinny rail on top, totally usable for any kind of optics or anything. Your Picatinny rail here on the bottom, totally usable for any kind of accessories or anything you want to mount on there. Now, one thing you do have to be of note of is on these are true M-lock slots. Before they were not true M-lock slots. They are true M-lock slots. Now, that's the one thing you have to be mindful of. If you mount any kind of light or laser on either side. If you mount it on this side, you have to twist this way every time you lay it down, or vice versa. That's the only thing. But the bottom and top, they are totally free for when you fold it down for your optics, accessories, anything like that. So you can fold that in half. And let's see. It is, like I said, this one is 9mm. It's built on a straight blowback designed operating system. Now, they do say that they have lightened this system. And so it's easier to pull back. Like we discussed, it's got the full Picatinny rail on top and about a 2/3 Picatinny rail on the bottom. You do not now, this is not offered, does not come with any kind of sights. If you know, the second gen and first gen had a little sight that popped up about right here, and it had a big, like, almost A2 style sight on the front. Well, this is based solely for, you know, optics, or centered around optics. Now, if you wanted to, there's not, you know, you could always put you some little flip up iron sights here and there. I mean, that would be no problem. You could still mount you an optic with your flip up iron sights. That would all work out together the way this is designed. So that's a pretty cool little deal there to me. I always wanted a Sub-2000, never got me one because I was worried about I was going to get one and spend several $100 more trying to get me an optic mount to put on it so the optic would work right. But this really is exciting. 16.15 inch barrel with a 1 in 10 twist, threaded 1/2 by 28 on the end to accept you know, different muzzle brakes, but it does have a thread protector, or you can put those little cans on there that make it quieter. Oh yes, there is. You're not going to be able to see it, but right, you can see the little airspace down in there. When I move that, see how you can, right in there. You see that little, you see where the light shines through? Does that come through on camera? Mm-hmm. That is actually a loaded chamber indicator. So when you have it loaded, you can look down in there and you'll be able to see just the very edge of your brass. So that's something new that they put into here. All right, the trigger guard is still your latch to release. Now, when you get to about 90 degrees is where you have to rotate it. You rotate either way. Now, the older Sub-2s, or the other Generation 2s, they had a big sight here that latched in. But this actually latches in right here with this, in the last M-lock slot. Right there into the M-lock slot here, and it catches right here. Okay? And it latches right there. And while we're here, this is also the end of your buffer tube little area is where the button is to release it, and it catches right there. Pretty easy there, okay? You have to really, you know, I mean, you can't just lightly, you have to really, you know, engage it there. While we're here on the back, well, I talked about the latch. Now the stock is 3 positions. It's not adjustable on the fly though. It's just like the other generations. You have to take the tension off here, push this little pin out, or yeah, push it out, slide it back and put it back in. But if you push that and slide that pin out and release that, then that's going to bring your whole buffer spring and buffer assembly out. But you just kind of push that in, take the tension off, drop that way. Feels like it, okay. But anyway, you push that pin out and move it to your other slots. All right. Okay, the bolt, that is something different. Or the, excuse me, the charging handle. The charging handle here is a lot bigger. They were really pencil thin on the previous generations, and you had to really wrap your finger around there. But that's got a real, it's got a lot of surface area, so it's not hard on your finger at all. Now, the bolt, depending on if you're left-handed, right-handed, or which side you feel like locking it back on. Previously, in the Gen 2s, it only locked back on, which would be the right side, locking it back on the right side. But if you prefer to lock it on the left side, it will lock there as well. You can see there's cutouts on either side to lock your bolt back. Okay. The bolt does not have to be locked back to fold it. You can just fold it up, like I said, get to about 90 degrees, flip it over, and there's the end of your bolt. You're looking at the end of your bolt there. All right. This is it's a little bit to get used to learning how to operate it, but this thing is awesome. Significantly, let's see. All right, they went, instead of with a polymer trigger, they went with an, let me open this bolt back up just so we know we're safe. They went, instead of with the aluminum trigger, they said a lot of customers had complaints about the flex in the polymer trigger, so they went the aluminum trigger, and they made it significantly wider. So it's, I don't know if you can tell, that's a really wide trigger. You can get a good finger purchase. Can you see that?
I don't really think it's coming through well.
Let me see if
Let me see if I can come. Wait, let me go back like you are. Let me see if I can get right there.
See how wide that trigger is? I mean, get that trigger gauge if you can see somebody up there.
You can see it there.
Okay. So it's a really wide aluminum trigger, and it's got a little texture on the front of it, so you don't slip off of it. Trigger guard latch. We talked about the trigger guard. Like I said, it's got your little paddle on it. That's your latch, as usual for all of the generations. I do believe you push that, and that releases your bolt there, or your bolt, your forend and your barrel. Does it take Glock mags? Well, does it take Glock mags? As you can see, right there, it says Glock mag, and it is for the G19 and configuration, so it accepts the 9mm G19 and G17 magazines. They might possibly be doing the other different magazine catches and stuff where they use the different model firearms releases, but that's something they didn't say. They think they might, kind of is what they hinted to, but they did say there was going to be different calibers available. It's still made where you can easily disassemble and clean it for inspection and stuff without tools. We're not going to do that here today. The safety is right there, kind of a cross bolt safety. Here's on safe here. You push it over and you can see the red for fire on that side. Okay. Weight of this firearm is 4.2 pounds unloaded. 4.2 pounds. It's nice. It feels great. I would really love to shoot this thing. Overall length is 30.45 inches, and I believe that's going to be with it in the longest position is 30.45. Right now it probably should be 29.25, I believe, from what I can understand. Now when it's folded, as you can see, it's just as long as the barrel is, 16.15 inches. Like I said, 16.15 inch barrel that starts right there and ends right there. So that's how long it is overall. The trigger pull, we're waiting on getting a trigger pull. They're kind of busy in here today, so we're kind of waiting on getting the trigger pull gauge, but we will come back in just a moment and get that trigger pull for you. Okay, we are back, and I am going to show you that the bolt is clear. I don't know if you can see down in there, there's nothing in the magazine well.
Yep, we're good.
You can see up there, there's nothing in the magazine well. Okay, there's nothing in the chamber. Oh, well, we can check and see. We can make sure. Look, there's nothing in the chamber. How about that? Ta-da! That's the easy way to check that. Okay, we're going to do a trigger pull test. We have it on fire, and we are pointed in a safe direction. They say, I told you what I say, 5 pound? I don't know if I said that or not, but that's what they said. But I was just going to go with what I can get today. Oh, 4.5. Surprising. Oh, let me see. Hold on. We'll see if we can test that reset. Not much reset there. You can hear.
I can hear it, but just
I don't think it's going to come through on camera. Let me try that one more time. Hold on. There's a lot of background noise in here today. That was right there, but I don't know if it's going to come through on camera. Anyhow, we are going to check this again. All right. Four. Just slightly over 4 pounds. Check it one more time. I'm going to say it's 4 to 4.5 at the moment. Right under 4.5. So they said 5, and I'm getting 4 to 4.5 pounds pull on that, and that's so usually it's not better than stated by the manufacturer. Anyhow, I hope y'all enjoyed this video of this Keltec Sub2000 Gen 3 with the folding and flipping barrel there. Actually, the barrel does not move. It's the handguard assembly. The barrel is staying stationary. It's just the handguards going back and forth. You can flip that either way you want to. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Super excited about this firearm. I want y'all to come back and see us on the R4 Mississippi Thunder. Life is good. God is great. For I have learned to be content in every circumstance. That comes from Philippians 4:11. God bless you, and God bless America.